All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Milligan helping us out on my AT&T smartphone. And don't forget, if you're out in Cranberry, where we are now, go over and see the good folks at AT&T Rethink Possible. This is the guy who makes you rethink possible when it comes to a knee injury, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, we are making that transition from football to basketball. And one thing that basketball does, well, it makes the knees take a pounding. And sometimes you end up seeing Dr. Edward Schnell, Dr. Patrick DeMeo, of course, the Orthopedic Institute, Allegheny Health Network in conjunction with Highmark, and they have trainers all over the tri-state helping these athletes stay in their shoes and on the floor, and when they need help, they're here to help them, and we're at their satellite office today. Let's talk about reducing inflammation and why it's such a key, Dr. Schnell.
When you have an inflamed knee, it either swells or it can be very painful. So reducing that inflammation allows us to get full mobility back, allows the knee to function at a level that it needs to function to be able to be full performance on the basketball court.
Let's talk about enhancing blood flow to the soft tissue and why that helps the healing process.
Yeah, so blood carries with it growth factors and healing that's factors that are very important to letting any kind of injury heal quickly. So it's very important to have good blood flow to any kind of injury or really any kind of inflamed area.
And also recognizing that healing is a process. You have to wait it out.
You sometimes have to give it time, because if you try to go a little bit too soon, too quickly, the inflammation and the pain can become prohibitive or can inhibit your performance and possibly injure the knee or any other extremity a little bit worse than it was previously.
Dr. Edward Schnell, part of the wonderful Allegheny Orthopedic Institute, headed up by their head of the orthopedics division and also team physicians of your Pittsburgh Pirates, Dr. Patrick DeMeo. Healing solutions for tendonitis, something a lot of people deal with of the knee strain, or even a partial knee tear. Best route to take.
Best route to take is if you think you've had an injury to your knee, even a partial tear, it needs to be evaluated by a medical professional who's really versed very well in that type of injury. Usually orthopedics, sports medicine.
All right, how about Inferno wraps and freeze wraps? Why are these a good thing?
Well, Inferno wraps can get you all kind of loosened up before you do any kind of activity, so it helps get the muscles loose and get them ready to go. The wraps, the ice wraps and any kind of ice compression that will help decrease inflammation can sometimes decrease the amount of injury done to that area that's been injured, that area of the body that's giving you problems.
All right, a couple of more things with Dr. Edward Schnell. Some conservative treatments. What are conservative treatments when it comes to the knee?
Conservative treatments are a good rehab program to get range of motion and strength back. Sometimes we put people in braces to protect anything that's been injured, say a ligament, a muscle, a tendon, a bone, a cartilage. Those are conservative interventions. Once we get to invasive interventions like surgery and so forth, then we're going down a different road.
All right, finally, pre and post-surgery recovery. Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, so pre-surgery, getting the motion and strength back in anything that's been injured is kind of money in the bank. It allows that post-surgical recovery to be a little bit more seamless, a little bit more quick in its ability to get back to your performing level.
Last thing, advice for the athletes making the transition to the hardwood in a very long but always exciting basketball season. Some things they need to know.
You need to stretch on a regular basis, always before and after your activity. You need to warm up before you go full. You need to really understand what you're doing and have good performing techniques before you go out there and try to get into a game to get at the level that you need to be able to win that game.
Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate too, right?
Oh yeah, it's really important. Every 20 to 30 minutes you need to be drinking at least 8 ounces of water to make sure that you're keeping all your muscles hydrated, because it puts them at an increased risk of injury.
And the best thing is to have the Allegheny Orthopedic Institute along the bench with your team, and if they're not, I believe, my opinion, they should be. And now for Dr. Edward Schnell, this is Rob Pratte. Don't forget, every Monday night, that great medical tradition continues on the radio with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from 7 until 8. It is the Allegheny Health Network in conjunction with Highmark Medical Frontiers. We'll see you later tonight from CBS Radio World Headquarters in Green Tree beginning at 7.